Yeah, Obi-Wan here. Look, this is a diorama that I did for the ACBA Worlds. It was a Dragonball Z diorama. Basically, it was the cliff top scene from the Cell games when Cell's fighting Goku, and then he lets Gohan take on Cell, and Gohan finally grows a pair and kicks some ass. So basically where the Z fighters are sitting up on the cliff top and they're all humming and hawing about Gohan, whether he's strong enough and whatnot. So what I'll do is I'll run you through how I made it, what paint I used, what materials I used, how I did it, and it's all easy. So if you're into that, stay on. If not, peace. So here I'm just basically, giving you a bit of a look at what I'm going to show you. Just basically giving you a quick look at what the video is going to be talking about. I mean, you can make any type of cliff face, you can do anything. This is just what I made for what scene I wanted. I might have taken a bit of a risk doing a DBZ for the Worlds, but I loved the figures that are out, the SH Fig Arts figures. They're awesome. So that's what I did. I did a DBZ scene for the Worlds. And look, if I get through, I'll probably make another video on the next diorama that I make for round 2. I've got a few ideas in mind. I want to make something like that Teletron 1 for Transformers, or something for an alien scene, or even like a dojo, like a Matrix style dojo. So I think that's going to be a bit of a masterclass diorama setup. Yeah, so basically, look, I'll get into the vid now on how I've done all this stuff. Okay, y'all, let's start with the floor section. I'll give you a little run through. Basically what it is if we look at it from the back, it's just 12mm MDF, okay, 1/2 inch MDF. What I did is I basically went over it with a whole heap of PVA and put a bit of sand on it. Let the sand dry. Then what I did is, to get this effect here, is that's actually toilet paper, would you believe it or not. I actually learnt that off Bob the Odd. So check out his video for some more how-tos on how to do that. But basically, look, you get your toilet paper, you get a little bit of PVA in a container, and you mix a little bit of water in with it. And you get a paintbrush, you put some toilet paper down, you paint it with your watered down PVA, and what it does is it just goes all mushy like paper mache. Okay, so that gives you quite a good little effect. So basically, that's what I did. That gave me all this. You can tell that that's what it is now that I've told you. That's what gave me that effect. Okay, so let it dry. Then, of course, I told you I did all the sand. And okay, if you want, see that area there, if you want bigger layers of sand, it just means the next day you've got to put a bit more PVA glue down and just throw some more sand on the top. Okay? So then what I did is waited till it all dried, obviously, painted it black. Okay? Had my 3 layers of brown. I went over it with the darkest brown first. I went over it quite a few times, actually, to try and give it a little bit of a brown effect, obviously because it wants to look like dirt. So yeah, painted it brown, let it dry. Then what I did is I went over it with a lighter shade of brown. If you don't have a whole bunch of shades of brown, look, just mix in a bit of white. Easy, okay. So what I did is with the lighter shade of brown, I just did a bit of dry brushing, okay. Same thing again. Wipe most of the excess paint off and just go over the high spots with your lighter brown. That gives it that gives it some highlights. Okay, you can see there. You can see all the different types of brown that are on there. It makes it look more real. Okay, then I let it dry. Obviously, went over it with the next with the lighter coat of brown, and gave it more of a highlight again, more dry brushing. Okay, so basically then what we did is I let it all dry, obviously, and then what I did is I got this from, I'll show you the container. Okay, Citadel Grass. Actually, where's the... Okay, I'll pop it open for you. That's it there. Okay, so basically, look, you can get it off the internet. You get it from a hobby, any train store or something like that, any type of hobby store. Okay, and that's what gives it that little, it gives it a way better effect. I think it actually looks pretty good. It looks actually like grass. So same thing again, PVA. And put a bit of PVA down, and then put your little clumps of grass down. And I basically, you can see, I'll pan back. I just did little bits here and there. Okay, it makes it look, like a bit of landscape. Okay, so that's basically it. You just PVA and you just sprinkle the grass on. And a good trick is you can actually see there's still grass coming off. But a good trick is do it on some newspaper and PVA it all down, and then shake it onto the paper, fold your paper up and scoop it back into the box, because you don't want to waste it, because it's like $30. So that's that. Now let's talk the cliff face. Okay, look what I did. See, it's basically just the same thing again. MDF. You can use whatever you want. You could use tissue boxes. I was trying to create the Dragonball Z scene, so that's what I've done. And so easy as I would use foam. This is what I had, so that's what I'd use. Okay, so now that you know how I got my little box shapes, so that's the box section. That's another box section too. I wanted to create that exact cliff, so that's what I've done. Now you can see this is better, more. This is, you're going to get a better idea of all of this is the toilet paper, the paper mache, and you can see the effect that it's given. I think it looks pretty awesome. Okay, so I actually done the toilet paper, same thing again with the PVA glue, with the water, with the paintbrush. You basically put like a bit of toilet paper down, you paintbrush it with the PVA glue, let it dry. But you can do, you can put square. You can keep doing that, okay? And you just put all the squares down, and that basically gives you the look that you're after. So basically, to get these extra hill sections, that's just, you could use foam. Any little build outs that you want, use foam, and then paper mache the whole thing. Okay, now what I did down here is that's all sand again. Okay, I got it from a hardware. You can get it from anywhere. I don't care. Get it from your backyard. Sand, PVA, sand. Let it dry. Shake it off. It's all easy. None of it's too hard. Okay, same thing again. I'm not going to go over the paint again, but basically, I went through the 3 coats of, or actually first I painted it black, then went over it with the 3 shades of brown. Then here we've got a bit of a finished product. Same thing again, I put the grass on, and I just spoke to you about that. So basically I put the grass on all the high spots, and because grass doesn't grow on, a cliff face, so I try to put it on all the high spots. And yeah, basically this is what we ended up with, and I think it turned out pretty good. I'm happy with the video. Yeah, so if you've got any questions, hit me up, and I'm looking forward to making my next tire. So thanks for watching, and hit me up with any questions or anything like that. We go, peace.
Crisp.